guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. And I just got finished watching this week's episode of TNA Impact. And I would say this week's episode was better than last week. I enjoyed this episode. Looks like tonight was the final TNA match for Chris Sabin. And next week will be for Alex Shelley. Unless they have privately re-signed, which is what I'm kind of hoping. Because they've got a good feud going if they could just finish it. But if they're not there, we'll talk about it on Monday. And we'll see where they end up. I have a theory. Let's see, another tag team might be on the verge of splitting, but then again, I don't know. ABC, there's tensions between them, but we'll talk about that. This is your TNA Wrestling review for March 28th, 2024. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit that like button. Yesterday's episode of Wrestle World Wednesday went up. If you want to go check that out. So next week I'll be recording every day that week, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, is going to look a little weird, so bear with me. Tomorrow we'll be doing WrestleMania 10. I was going to do WrestleMania 15, but I don't know, I don't really care for that one. We had the 841 tournament. It was back. So it was people in this. It was Danny Luna, a returning Steph DeLander, Jody Threat, Rosemary, Jessica Havoc, Zaya Brookside, Alicia Edwards, and hang on. Jody Threat, Danny Luna, Rosemary, Havoc, Brookside, Alicia, Steph DeLander, and oh frick, who else was in this? I cannot remember who else was in this. Hang on. Anyway, it was Luna, Rosemary, Steph DeLander, and Zaya Brookside that made it into the finals. Oh, Masha Slamovich was in it. But Steph DeLander is going to face Jordan Grace at Rebellion. She came in and replaced Ash by Elegance. So I guess her gimmick now is that she had cosmetic surgery and she can't wrestle and things like that. So that kind of gimmick. Saw a video package of how the match between Steve Macklin and Chris Sabin for later that night, came to be. We had some tension between Sabin, Shelley, and Kushida. Sabin basically congratulated them on winning the tag team titles, or winning their match. last week, and Shelly was kind of like, okay, fine, whatever, but you're going against Macklin? Like, why are you not, teaming up with us? Are you trying to go your own way or something? And then Shelly's like, no, never mind. That's a good idea. Maybe I should too. So he confronted Nick Nemeth later on. And they're going to have a match next week. So that'll be good. Looks like next week will be Alex Shelley's last match with TNA unless they privately re-sign, which I really hope they do. Something tells me they might. But I don't know. We'll talk about it next week. Cody Deaner came out and he challenged both of the Grizzled Young Veterans who beat him. Josh Alexander had an open contract and he wanted Hammerstone to come out. He didn't get Hammerstone. He got former Ring of Honor television and tag team champion Tracy Williams. So that was a good match. I've never heard of him, but he's really good from the match that I saw. It was good. And then, of course, Hammerstone came out. Josh beat Tracy. And then Hammerstone came out with the headgear that he'd stolen from Josh, which I keep forgetting to mention. I actually kind of forgot about it, but he took out Tracy also. Chris Bay is going to be taking on Frankie Kazarian next week, which he confronted Frankie during his interview, or his backstage promo. Ali is trying to get out of his match with Jake Something at Rebellion, and Ali was like, he's just too big and all this stuff, and Santino was like, we had someone named Samoa Joe who was the X Division champion, and he was humongous. So, I don't want to hear any complaining. So, he's going to be facing Rhino next week. And he tried to get out of that one, and Rhino's like, no, I don't want your title. I just want a match with you next week. Old school rules. No DQ. Let's see. Eddie Edwards took on Sabin, Speedball Mike Bailey, and won despite interference from Trent Seven and Brian Myers and Alicia Edwards. Let's see. AJ Francis and Rich Swann gave an explanation as to why they did what they did to Joe Hendry. It was because, basically it wasn't Joe Hendry that checked on him after the matches that he lost. It was AJ Francis and all that stuff. Really wasn't much to this. Let's see. We had an interview from Laredo Kid who basically talked about his scary, I think it was his intestine injury in 2022 in a match against Vikingo. And he talked about wanting to wrestle at Sacrifice, but there was travel issues. But he said he wants a match against Crazy Steve for the Digital Media Championship. PCO wants a match against Khan. He wants a Monsters Ball match. So that'll be fun. It's hard to think of Monsters Ball match and not think of Abyss. It's hard to think of a Monsters Ball match without Abyss in it. It's very weird. But they've happened. Let's see. I think that's it. We had Macklin and Sabin in the main event. Macklin won. It's a pretty good match. But nonetheless, that was a good episode of TNA this week. I think I got everything, match-wise, and stuff, all the stuff I needed to cover. I think I got everything. But this week's episode was very, very good. What looks to be Chris Sabin's final TNA match of his contract, and Shelley will be getting the same next week against Nick Nemeth. So that'll be good. Sucks. Hope they resign, but I don't know. They might not. They might. I don't know. We'll talk about it on Monday or Tuesday, depending on what day I do the Bray Wyatt documentary review. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow with WrestleMania 10 review. I believe this was where Owen and Brett had their match. Lex Luger and Brett both challenged for the WWE title. That ladder match with Shawn and Razor. So, that'll be good. Haven't seen a couple of those matches, but I'm sure they'll be good. I know WrestleMania 10's a favorite of a lot of people's, so we'll do that one tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow with WrestleMania 10 review. Maybe WrestleMania 25 too. But either way, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.